I've also been thinking about what it was like to when I was your age. I was 14 when Apollo 11 landed on the moon. How different the world is in the way in the world that I cared about, which is digital computing. I, of course, wanted to be an astronaut, like every other boy at the time. So when you're your age, everyone dreams big, and my message to you is I want you to do the same. Whatever it is you see as a limitation or an opportunity, I want you to go for it. But don't just say, let's make it 10% better. Say, I want to make it 10 times better. And it's the dreamers who say, I want it to be 10 times better that make it happen. So I wanted to be an astronaut. I want you to found a great company. I want you to be president of the United States or whatever country you're from. Right? The important point is, and my challenge to you is, stop thinking locally, think big, dream big, and most importantly, bet on yourselves. When I look at the future and the problems that we're going to face as a society globally, it's the people, the educated, driven, smart people who have the kind of values that you represent, that you've learned here under this audacious school, that will make a difference. Now, you're about to enter the most creative and dynamic parts of the world that you'll ever see. Right? This is when your lives matter. This is the beginning of when you can make a change. Look at the quality of the discussion so far. It's just the beginning. You can speak. You have a voice. You can make a difference. And you're one of the best teams now, I think, to reimagine how the world should be. It becomes your generation. Now, I've been thinking a lot about my industry, the fields that I've worked in, which are basically science, engineering, and math. Some of the best thinking comes from the youngest people in the room. I'm often in a situation where you've got sort of normal executive types, my age, slightly younger, and then there's somebody who looks like a kid. They're probably just graduated from college. And I'm always floored that they're the smartest person in the room. That is your destiny. That's what is in front of you. That is soon for you. And it seems to me that you guys, I think, are in a better shape than even the preceding generations. There was a tough survey. 79% of your generation believes that the pandemic has accelerated your understanding of what you want to accomplish. So sometimes when the system crunches, when there's a crisis, when there's a conflict or a problem, it creates opportunities for leadership. That's you, and that's now. Now, don't sit on the sidelines. Do something. Now, every generation can make history and build a future that's bigger and better, or in the world that technology that I come, program it better. And there are lots and lots of statistics to say that your generation is better equipped than any before it. But this last year made the case for me. Technologies that would have taken a decade to take hold are now getting through a once-in-a-century crisis, right? So think about what the pandemic was like in 1918, truly horrific. And now imagining telling your grandchildren, future unborn grandchildren, what this pandemic was like. And you'll talk about sitting in your dorm, using your computer, playing games, remote learning, and all the things that got you safely through this horrific thing. So because of, you can basically have school and keep up with video conferencing. We have a global audience here. We have students who learned and did this whole year remotely. Wow, isn't that incredible? And you can even watch Oscars movies from the safety of your dorm room. And the good thing is it's pretty much over, at least here, and it's hopefully going to be over pretty soon everywhere else. But I would say that you've always been unprecedented, which is why you're here, and the pandemic has shaped you even more. You've always had a situation where you could communicate with everyone around the world. You've grown up digitally native in a really profound way. These were hard-fought battles that I and others fought for you to take advantage of. We built the platform. You need to now take advantage of it. Your vision is what will supplant mine and my colleagues from way back when. The most embarrassing thing I have to tell you is that I have a PhD in this area and I'm pretty tech savvy. Aiden has to show me things sometimes. That's really humbling. Welcome to the new world. So the problems that you face may be bigger, but so too is our ability to meet them, which is why it's so interesting. Now, I think we've discovered in this generation, in this pandemic, that we can overcome any challenge. The burden will be on you now, not on me anymore. I'm counting on today, on today's young people, that is you. I'm counting you to prove the optimist right. Frankly, and I want to say this clearly, the sooner we can get my generation, me, out of power and put you in power, the better off as far as I'm concerned. So please accelerate your ascension. Now,